the 1500 when Columbus came here, you know, and when they came here with some black Moors as well. You understand? And those black Moors was a part of the struggle when the English came in the 1600s. They came here and it was the intention of the English, you know, and Oliver Cromwell was to capture this region. And their prize, what they had their eyes on was Hispaniola, because Hispaniola was like the center for the Spaniard within this region, you know?
Yeah.
So they tried, you know, to capture Hispaniola and failed miserably, right? So what took place, they end up signed the Treaty of Madrid, you know what I mean, in 1670 with the English, you know,
okay,
to get Jamaica, because they failed to capture Hispaniola. So this is how the English become like, what they call it, I don't want to use the word owner, but, you know, they become in control of this island called Jamaica.
Right.
You know? So from the 1670s up, it was a set of pirates, you know, and robbers. And before sugar, they were planting other produce here on the island. So they need workers. The intention of Cromwell to rule England and to set up a system that, you know, would assure the English people that they can be safe without the monarch, you know, was his intention, you know. And by doing that, he came up with some resistance from some of the people, especially in Ireland and other places. So what he decided to do is to see how he could ship out some of those people to a place like Jamaica and here in the Caribbean, because what they would call them is low-life white people or low-life English people. See?
Right, right.
So these people came here and decided that, oh, because they were what they call rebels, you know, there were people who fighting against Cromwell and his administration, right? So you have people, the two person where them used to really attack Hispaniola is Admiral Penn and Robert Venables, if you read about them history there, and see how them try to capture Hispaniola and it never worked out. So under that, under the by 1760s now, when them control Jamaica, there are a series of things happen. You have Henry Morgan, who ruled up, was a pirate up till 1692, when the earthquake shook up Port Royal, you know, and then, you know, they moved to Spanish Town, and Spanish Town become the center now. You know, there's a place in Jamaica, you know, and being there at Spanish Town, it was De La Vega City before it named Spanish Town, because it was a place that was ruled by the Spaniard, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
So that was one of the things that was happening there. And the resistance continued. Because the set of Moors that were here on the island, that came here with the Spaniard, some of them were resisting the English to be in total control, right? But there was this one person who fought with the English, this brother named Juan de Bolas.
Juan de Bolas, okay.
Juan de Bolas, yeah. So Juan de Bolas was a Moor, but he fought on the side of the English. And that is how they were free to control lands in the hills of Jamaica. And some of those lands are places like a Compound Town, Moore Town, you know, Scott Pass, you know, all of these maroon villages that are in control up till today by that group of people who resisted that kind of oppression. So,
and you said that there's a place called Moortown?
Yeah, there's a place here in Jamaica called Moortown. It's in the eastern part of Jamaica. We call it which is in the parish of Portland.
All right.
Yeah. So, and when you check the history of Moortown, you know, say it is connected to the Moors. That's how it get it name, Moortown. You understand? And you know, so the whole history of that is there when you observe that, you know. So coming on to the 1700, the struggle continue, you know, till it came down to people like Kojo and Kwawu and Akongpong and all of these people fighting. So in 1738-39, the British and the Maroon signed a treaty. And that treaty that they signed was to give the Maroon autonomy as a government over them own people. You understand? And to control lands that they could be independent of the English, because it was nearly 200 years of battle with the Maroons and the English, you know? To be precise, maybe it's not 200 years, but, you know, up to maybe 100 years. But I am just putting it from the time that we as African resisting these two masters, the Spaniard and the English. You understand? So that's why I'm summing it up that way.
All right. So over a century's time between the Spaniards and the British. Yeah. Between
the Spaniard and the British. Well, you know, but the conflict between the Maroons and the British was up till maybe about 100 years of intense battle, right? So after the 1739 treaty, you realize that the English still wanted to manipulate and control the island certain way. Then there was this African frontier chief who was a king that people, if you just study the history, said he was a king who involved also in the slave trade. You know, history showed that he was a frontier king from, I believe, Ghana, and what he participated in is to sell his brothers and sisters here. And he was captured here and was sent here. So he, and his name is Chief Taki.
Okay, so that's Chief Taki, all right.
Aye. So when Chief Taki, in the 1760s now, about 1760, Chief Taki organized an uprising against the British. Then, according to the Jamaican history, right, the Maroon sided with the British and helped to capture Chief Taki and put down that revolt. Out of that revolt, there was this brother who then called him Bookman Dotty, who was also a part of that. He escaped and went to Haiti and helped to start the Haitian Revolution. We're not going to go that far, but we just assure the history. So the struggle continued from the 1760s. So I'm bringing it up now to another major uprising, which was the Christmas Rebellion on this side of the island, led by a Baptist preacher that they call him Samuel Sharp. That was 1831 to 1832, that uprising. Now, that uprising was a pivotal part of how chattel slavery now was on the verge of eliminating. So this is how you're going to get with fundamental liberty. I don't want to use the word fundamental, you know, I shouldn't use that, but some sense of freedom. Because why I don't want to use that word is because up till now, we're under economic, mental, and psychological slavery. So the fundamental slavery has not yet been achieved, you know?
Right.
So, but to free the people from under chattel slavery, and then they would come in with what you call indentured laborer scene, where they start to our apprenticeship, where the enslaved African would no longer work for free, but they were on their way to getting small wages, right? And this is between the 1830s. So by 1834, the proclamation took place. And then finally, 4 years after that, 1838, according to them, the full freedom took place.